The different performances of female protagonists in England and France.
From July 8 to 10, the French president and his wife visited the UK, and the Charles and William couples warmly welcomed them. This time, Bridget changed her hairstyle, wearing a white dress and a hair clip on her head to create a semi-tied hairstyle. Bridget, who is 72 years old, has a great figure, and Camilla, who is also in her 70s, chose a loose dress to block fat. However, Bridget prefers to wear slim-fitting clothes to highlight her good figure. The white dress is adorned with a golden waistband at the waist, and Bridget also paired it with a golden handbag on that day. Bridget's attire has always emphasized color coordination, and the overall look is very elegant. Bridget and Queen Camilla had a passionate cheek kiss. Camilla was dressed in a bright green dress that day, paired with a large brimmed hat of the same color scheme and a 4-layered pearl necklace, which was indeed eye-catching. Although Camilla was also trying to maintain a very elegant figure, the difference in demeanor could be clearly seen when framed with Bridget. Bridget always keeps her back straight while wearing 10-centimeter high heels, but Camilla is more accustomed to wearing thick heels to maintain balance, but her back is still tight due to her age.
Bridget's jewelry is more fashionable than Camilla's jewelry. Bridget likes jewelry with a strong metallic style.
She wears a 5-centimeter wide hollow gold bracelet on her left hand, a 3-carat platinum diamond ring on her ring finger, and a geometric rose gold ring on her right index finger. Bridget has always been trendy in fashion, completely ignoring her true age. On that day, the British royal family also held a reception banquet for the Camilla couple, hoping for a fashion competition between Bridget and the Queen.
Catherine has a high emotional intelligence.
She deliberately maintains a low profile and plays a supporting role. That day, she wore a light pink suit and chiffon skirt, a straw hat unique to the British royal family, Princess Diana's pearl earrings, and Queen Elizabeth II triple pearl necklace. Her wavy hair was exquisite like waves. Although Catherine's overall outfit was ordinary and simple, her elegant temperament was unstoppable.
Even if Camilla wore expensive jewelry and brightly colored clothes, she could not compare with Catherine. Catherine is simply the pride of the British royal family. What impressed everyone even more was that Catherine was very polite.
During this process, Catherine bowed 4 times to King Charles and Camilla. When they first bowed, Charles and Camilla were talking to the matrons and were not noticed. Then Catherine bowed to King Charles again and finally hurriedly bowed. On the 4th occasion, Catherine made a curtsy to Camilla and kissed her cheek. Although they often met, Catherine showed enough respect to Queen Camilla on such an important occasion. Although Queen Camilla was not Catherine's mother-in-law, Catherine still paid great attention to etiquette. Except for Catherine giving cheek kissing and curtsy to Camilla, it seemed that Prince William did not pay attention to this detail when he first started. Prince William was chatting with French wife Bridget, but unexpectedly Queen Camilla took the initiative to greet Prince William. At this moment, William immediately realized and quickly had a cheek kissing with his stepmother Camilla.
Queen Camilla looked very proactive and happy this time.
After King Charles and Queen Camilla held a welcome ceremony for Macron, King Charles also hosted a luncheon at Windsor Castle for the visiting Macron couple. The Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh of the British royal family also came to attend. Especially Catherine was very beautiful and eye-catching at the dinner party. On July 9th, Charles hosted the second dinner for the Macrons in the city of London. The entire banquet was arranged to the highest standard, and the dining table was super huge.
It can be said that you can hardly see or even hear you on one end while eating on the other.
The dining table is also decorated with golden and magnificent decorations. Surprisingly, at this dinner party, French lady Bridget changed into a new outfit. She was wearing a tight black slit dress, paired with silver high heels and a sparkling large diamond ring and bracelet. The French first lady was also super noble, and her style remained fashionable. The shoulders of the dress were embroidered with silver decorations, earrings, diamond rings, and handbags were all very coordinated. Catherine still takes elegance to the extreme, wearing a red long dress and a pearl tear tiara to pay tribute to Princess Diana.
As we all know, the pearl tear tiara has become one of Diana's iconic items.
Wearing this tiara, Catherine cannot help but think of Princess Diana again. If so many accidents had not happened back then, she would have been the queen of the British royal family, and today's protagonist should be her.
Perhaps Catherine hopes to ensure that Diana is not absent from every important occasion she should have attended in this way.
In addition, another important figure attended this dinner party, Princess Alice, also known as the Duchess of Gloucester. Although she is the Duchess, her style and attire are truly super elegant. From the exposed footage, we can see that Princess Alice is wearing a crown decorated with a silver diamond ring.
The most eye-catching feature is undoubtedly the pink gemstone in the center of the crown.
Many people have seen sapphires and rubies, but pink gemstones are indeed rare, which proves how noble Princess Alice's identity and status are. In addition to the pink gemstones on Princess Alice's crown, there are also equally large pink diamonds on her necklace and bracelet. In addition, Princess Alice's clothes are also adorned with various gemstone brooches, which really dazzles everyone.
Even Queen Camilla cannot wear so much in luxurious jewelry. It is interesting that in this exchange between England and France, there are two scenes with obvious contrast, which are very dramatic.
The French president got off the plane first and reached out to his wife Brigitte, but Brigitte ignored his help directly. Brigitte walked down the gangway alone, leaving Macron's awkward arm in mid-air for a few seconds.
This embarrassment is less than 2 months since our last encounter in Vietnam.
At the time of Macron's visit to Vietnam, when he got off the plane, Brigitte mischievously pushed her husband's face away with one hand. Macron was slightly surprised and then turned around to wave to the outside world, which made him burst into laughter. But these awkward moments were not worth mentioning to Macron. When Brigitte landed smoothly, Macron calmly greeted the airport personnel, warmly shook hands with Catherine, Princess of Wales, and offered a warm hand kissing. He bent down and bent at a standard 15-degree angle, his spine showing an elegant curve. Lips hover 1 inch away from the back of the hand, and the silver-gray suit has not developed any wrinkles. Catherine showed elegance, slightly lowering her head while leaning forward to cooperate, which is a rare tacit understanding in modern royal families. But standing beside, Brigitte seemed very anxious, her gaze fixed on Macron's neck. Afterwards, King Charles also responded with a hand kissing to Macron's wife, pulling out Brigitte's right hand, slightly retracting his chin and straightening his spine like a pillar of Buckingham Palace. He held his right hand with one hand instead of both hands, nodded at 5 degrees, and wearing thin high heels, Brigitte could only raise his right hand in coordination. Some netizens jokingly said that Charles looks very much like receiving a supermarket cash register receipt. However, at this moment, Queen Camilla stood in the shadow of the stone steps. The emerald green dress accentuated the cold light of the pearl necklace. As her husband saluted, she raised her hand to tidy up the sapphire brooch, cleverly concealing Camilla's 0.8-second downward pressure on the corners of her mouth. A royal journalist interpreted the brooch as a relic of Queen Elizabeth II, and now it has become an excellent emotional shield. A netizen commented on Camilla at this time, saying that her green glowing dress made her bulky body look like a big green bean beetle. If possible, she would definitely want to sting her husband's hand. After reading this highly contrasting set of hand kissing, let's take a look at its origins and history. Hand kissing originated from the Vikings in the 8th to 10th centuries and has been around for thousands of years. When these Nordic warriors offered gifts to their lords, they would bow their heads and kiss the latch they had touched, known as the lock kiss, to show their submission. British etiquette scholar Emily Post confirmed in her 1931 work that this was an alternative ritual to saluting weapons.
During the 18th and 19th centuries, hand kissing was prevalent among the nobility, but there were also many taboos. For example, kissing the back of an unmarried woman's hand is prohibited, and kissing the hand with gloves is not allowed. If you kiss the wrong hand, it may even trigger a duel. However, at that time, hand kissing was a real kiss, gently touching the back of the woman's hand with the lips. But in the 21st century, hand kissing has also undergone a modern transformation.
In 2005, the Saudi royal family restricted hand kissing due to the pandemic, and in 2012, the Swedish princess wedding adopted air kiss, which sparked a similar trend. Etiquette master William Hansen explained, "True kisses may spread viruses and are more likely to rub off a woman's hand cream." As we can see, neither Macron nor Charles really touched each other's hands with their lips. It was just a symbolic ceremony.
This etiquette is jointly observed by the upper echelons of England and France.